Hi, my name is Justin Caffrey, and thanks for joining me for another video on my YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk very briefly about relationships, what it's like to be in a relationship that may have caused you to feel stressed, overwhelmed, or anxious. And most importantly, that will have reduced your vagal tone, that will have triggered your nervous system and your vagus nerve to be in that fight flight state. And prolonged periods of being in that fight and flight state lead to autoimmune issues, lead to long-term anxiety, can lead to depression, can lead to suicidal ideation. And what's important is in the changes that are needed for you to make in your life, it's making those tough calls around who is and who is not in your life. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Before we go there, please do like and subscribe to this channel. If you can, it makes a big difference. It means that this content gets shared more and more. If you know somebody who you think could benefit from my content, please click the share button and fire it over to them, friends and family, anybody that you think could be of benefit. If you'd like to follow more of my content, you can follow me on Instagram at Justin_Caffrey. Or if you want to work with me, you can reach out to me at yourbottomline.com. Over there, you can also join my course. So reach out, comments below. I respond to my comments, and it's interesting to hear how you feel about this content. But let's just talk about this idea of relationships. If you have been in a relationship, or if you're still in a relationship, and that is causing you stress, and you feel that that may even be the trigger to your stress, it's important to realize that you need to end the relationship, or you need to have some very significant resolution with the party that's causing you the stress. If you want to heal your nervous system, you need to remove it from the stressor. You need to remove it from the place that's making it feel like it needs to stay in that fight and flight stage. And in order to do that, we often have to make big calls around who we spend our time with. And that's very challenging because it may be your partner, it may be your sibling, it may be your brother or your sister, but it can also be friends and associates, it can be a boss. But if you're not able to put yourself in a position of safety, if you're not able to get yourself to a point where you're no longer feeling the impending stress that this person is able to put upon your life and your capacity to function normally throughout your day, you need to make that change. And when I say the threat to life, I don't mean that they're actually threatening your existence. And sometimes maybe they are. And of course, in that situation, you would most definitely need to escape. But they're threatening your psychological safety, your capacity to perform your daily duties, to feel present to your experiences, to understand what it's like to experience the joy of life. And most importantly, they're making you feel ill. So if you've been experiencing that sense of fight and flight and you want to change it, then of course there are lots of things you can do. And we talk about that in other videos on my channel around food and diet, sleep and meditation and breath work. But one of the most important things that you can do is to make sure that those in the environment are not people that are going to cause you a problem. And in particular, if you've been caught in a relationship with a narcissist, it's really important that you need to escape from that as quick as possible. And also to realize that when you do escape, control to that type of personality is absolutely paramount. So they will continue to try and be coercive and controlling. They will turn up at schools, they'll turn up at coffee shops that they know you frequent. They'll stay in contact with friends and family. So you have to have the discipline, the foresight, the willingness to really get yourself healthy and well and cut off all connections, all ties. The more you cut away, the more you separate, the quicker you will heal. And it's important to remember this, that, nobody is coming to save you or me. We have to make the big calls in our life. We have to make the tough calls around what it is that makes us feel happy, content, and safe, and especially if we have children too in that situation. So please sit down and give consideration to who is in your life still, who may be contributing towards your sense of feeling overwhelmed, unsafe, stressed, anxious in that fight and flight stage. And then, can you talk to that person? Can you ask them to change? And if you can't get them to change, then you have to change the person out of your life. So I hope this has given you some food for thought. Please put your comments below if you'd like to talk about this more, if you're more interested in it. If you want to work with me directly, you can reach out to me on yourbottomline.com or justincaffrey.com. Thanks again for supporting us. Please do like and subscribe to this content, and I look forward to seeing you again for another video.